And keep that applause going for Perri Cassie. Let's hear it.
A good percentage of my friends are Nazis. That percentage is 0. That's a good percentage of Nazi friends to have. Just in case any of you are filling it out for yourselves. I can see some of you are looking at my haircut like, how much does he actually hate the Nazis? Quite a bit. I'm glad to be doing comedy in Melbourne. I love Melbourne. I think Melbourne is one of the funniest cities in the world. Would you guys agree with that? It's about 30% of you. That's good. Good start. I say this because I saw the funniest shirt I've ever seen in my entire life in Melbourne, and it resonates with me every day. So I was walking down the street, and I saw this guy, and he had this T-shirt on, and across the T-shirt it just said, London, Paris, Sydney, Frankston, which is, that's a good joke. Only a few of you got it. That's okay. It's subtle. I'll give you that. So I'll explain it to you if you have missed it. So basically, what they've done there, the makers of the shirt, it's a good joke. So what they've done is they've listed 3 places with nightlife and culture, and then Sydney. I thought it was pretty good. I like to travel around a little bit. I like to read articles before I go anywhere. I like to brush up and stuff like that. And I was reading this really good article on BuzzFeed the other day. It was 20 places to visit before you die. It's very interesting. 20 places to visit before you die. Not one of them was a hospital. See a physician and then Machu Picchu, I guess. I just came back from traveling, actually. I just came back from America. I was staying in Los Angeles. I was staying in Hollywood, California. And they're very enthusiastic there. Like, I went to check in at my hotel, and I got right up to the counter, and the guy at the counter goes, "Welcome to Hollywood, the land where dreams come true." Which is a cool slogan for a city, I guess, but in spite of 2017, they should probably consider changing dreams to allegations. I don't know anyone that dreams of getting assaulted, but I traveled around a little bit, and one of the places I went to like a lot of national parks and stuff, and I went to Yosemite National Park, and they have like a lot of crazy wildlife there. So before you go in, you can like meet with a ranger, and they can sort of tell you what to do in case you encounter one. And I was most scared about bears, so he was telling me what to do when you encounter a bear. So basically, he goes to me, "All right, if a bear starts to attack you, what you need to do is act dead. And if it doesn't give up after 2 minutes, fight back." And I was like, I don't know if I see it going down like that, if I'm being honest. How I see that playing out is I'll act dead for about a minute, and then after that, just dead. Just regular dead. Take that Oscar from Leo and give it to me. What a fucking performance. I couldn't fight a bear. I couldn't fight anyone, really. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me. I'm not equipped for fighting. And I think a really good example of this was the other day I was in a bar. I was getting some drinks for me and my friends, and I sort of turned around with my drinks, and I bumped into this guy, and he was huge. He was so big, and before I could even apologize to him, he gets right in my face, and he goes, "Mate, do you want to fucking go?" And I said yes, and then I left. He was huge. I wouldn't have won that fight for him to give me the option. Real sweet on his behalf. I'm pretty sad. True story. And I went to go and get depression medication not long ago, but I got turned away because the doctor, I was talking to him, and he was like, "Just so you know, some of the side effects might include erectile dysfunction." And I was like, "Those just aren't the hard times I'm trying to get rid of." I was sleeping with a girl recently, thank you. And that's true. We're about halfway through, so about 3 minutes in. And that's enough time. But I'm a nice guy. I wanted to make sure that she's having fun, right? I wanted to make sure that she's having a good time. So I was like, "Hey, is this good for you?" She goes, "Yeah, it's all right. But I could really use a cigarette." Which is not a great feeling, if I'm being honest, guys. When you're inside of someone and you're like, "Hey, is this like good for you?" And they're like, "Yeah, but you know, it'd be better." Cancer. I'm Perri Cassie, guys. Thanks so much. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Perri Cassie.